pirate's life. Ahoy there, me hearties! This is I, Parafoxy 1999 here, and welcome to I Wanna Hug that Gator. We're definitely continuing where we left off. The last episode we were dealing with the whole bullies and all that kind of stuff with Mia. Oh my god. Ugh. And curious what's the next chapter of our leads on today. But anyways, let's get into it, shall we? Let's. Link. As the school year progressed, the days start to feel like they're moving along much faster. They do, actually. A part of it may be the change of the season, however slight the chat change may be. While the calendar says it's officially fall, the only thing I really noticed was the increasing number of clouds in the sky. Better than safe and sorry though, which is why I brought a fancy fiber umbrella. Let me correct that. Which is why I brought my fancy compact carbon fiber umbrella. I don't know why that's so difficult for me. Still, things have started to be routine for me in the mornings. Wake up, throw my clothes on, consider eating breakfast before realizing I wrench my stomach, walk to the station with a rather light umbrella in hand. Oh, I think it's Mr. Ferris. And, well, you know it, I end up having another chat with Mr. Ferris on the ride to school. Hello, Mr. Nito. How are you? How are you this morning? Doing fine, sir. Thank you. And how are you? I'm doing well. Awkward silence. So, my nieces told me over the weekend that you and Olivia were in a predicament of some sort. Yeah. Olivia was being picked on by someone, but it's not a problem anymore. I see. Well, that's unfortunate to hear and strange, considering the substantial funding of the school gets far anti-student harassment programs. What good is all of that tax money if classmates are still ragging on each other? If it means anything, Olivia knows how to handle herself. I was there to support her. Did I read it? Oh. I read it in a deeper voice. That's fine. But the issue is the sort of the thing shouldn't be happening to begin with. That aside, Liz has gotten somewhat enthusiastic recently regarding Olivia. She's surprising at how much animated she's gotten. Ever since that get together at the Randall's place, I think. I'd wonder you'd have something to do with it. No? Heh, maybe a little. Yeah, it was certainly rocky in the beginning, but we've been warming up to each other. It's nice to seeing a different side of her, even if it's a brief. I don't know. I take a credit for. I don't know. Can I get to? Can I get credit for that? Well, we all have a corner chance to make a change, Inko. If you're good at grasping, that in itself is something to be proud of. How do you know? How do you know it really is a chance of to do anything? He lets he, uh, he lets out a deep, revealing chuckle. Well, to tip our usual script and let you in on an old praise, an old friend of mine once told me, if you see a fork in the road, pick it. Yeah? Thanks. Thanks, Mr. Ferris. Anytime. Good quote. Like my mornings, the school days have become a routine of as well. Slave through PE and Damien to see Olivia's new doodles and sketches in art class, which Liz lose her mind, tutoring Damien in lunch. Talk shop with Ben. Though now I have to avoid Mia like the plurge because she's surely out to kill me. All said, I think the Hamard has been my best school experience out of. Man, I have lost count how many often I moved. Jesus, man. Must be a fresh head drama. As for today, oh dear. Jesus, good grief, man. You're swimming like an animal. It's been raining pretty often recently, so Coach Sully made us play more dodgeball in the gym. Oh god. But, oh shit, she's packing heat. Oh boy, so you better watch out, Inko. Wait, did I skip it? Okay, no. Mia was definitely groaning for me with a way she launched them at me with the speed of a catapult. Oh god. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. She's trying. I rest in the Attican's class, popping my spine against the curve of my chair. Oof. Apparently today's short day because of some assembly, so the period will end much earlier than usual. It also means we got most of our period to slack off, do homework. I glance at the desk next to me in the hopes of chatting Olivia's latest artistic masterpiece when I notice she's not drawing, and instead only fidgeting. Getting. Hey Olivia, you seem a bit nervous. Everything alright? Huh? Yeah, sorry. It's just that I've been hearing rumors about the school shard drive might been corrupted. Wait, really? Yeah, really. How could something like that happen? Not sure, but I'm scared that it might have messed with the art contest submissions. I think you should check out your entry on the website, so just to make sure it's okay. Technology will fail me now. With ungrateful, I take out my phone and type the school's website. Fast fingers led me to the art contest tab. Can this loading bar go any slower? School Wi-Fi. Ugh. Finally, the page loads in, and oh, looks like the submission has been closed. What? I hold my phone up for Olivia to show her the page. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The submissions have been closed since voting started last week. Oh, oh, oh. Sheesh. I thought Mr. Yadikin had spooking me. Olivia's ball sizes up. Well, that's quite reassuring. With some submissions closed, there's no chance of any hacker messing with them. Olivia doesn't seem convinced, still drumming her fingers on the desk. Hopefully she feels a little better when the priority winners are revealed. Speaking of which, when are we... Oh. As the bell sounds, the class begins to pack their things and Yadikin accords everybody into the single file line. Alright, everybody. We have an assigned row. So stick together. Before I join the rest of the line, I look back at Olivia, who seems to be stalling. Come on, I'll walk with you. That seems to stir something in her, and she glanced up to me while shoving a notebook into her bag. Yeah, I'm coming. As we head out at the door, I notice Olivia shuffling her hoodie a lot. Oh, oh, a lot of people. It's not a long walk to the auditorium, and despite Yadkin's best attempts, most of the class splinters off to sit with their friends. Having expecting this, he shrugs and makes his way over to the back of the auditorium where the other teachers are. Olivia and I are left to the struggling crowds trying to filter into the cramped theater of the school. It's gonna be difficult to finding some seats. It's fine. I have a spot. You do. Olivia wheels herself down to the pathway, to which I follow suit. She heads down to the aisle until we're right at the first row of the seats. We're gonna have seats in the house. There's a vacant spot where a typical seat would be with a faded handicap sign. Oof. Probably get that re-cleaned, repainted. Olivia parks her chair into the empty spot, which I take the seat next to her. Best seats at the house, right? I just said that. Can't complain. As the wall fills with more students, my application raises. Oh man, I can't hardly wait for announcements. So, do you think I have a chance? Huh? Oh, maybe. Photography isn't super popular, but Olivia folds her hands in her lap, swinging straight ahead for a voice tail off. I knew that, but I'm still hoping. Hey guys! Oh god, I had to remind myself this is normal. Hey, Liz. I can't believe it's finally here. Gosh, I'm so excited. Me too. By the way, where's Damien? Hey guys! Oh, my throat's gonna hurt. Hey guys! I'm over here! Damien's far and back in auditorium, yelling and waving his hand in the air to catch our attention. He's gonna get in trouble for that. Frills, sit down! Damien immediately stops and takes his seat. Get grief, Damien. With tempered expressions, we both sit in the silence for just a few minutes before Principal Scholar walks on stage and taps on a standing microphone. Good evening, everyone. I got a whole bunch of important announcements to make, so I'll make them quick so we can all have an early lunch. As soon as the idea going for an early lunch is brought up by the principal scaler, the entire room goes as silent as vigil. Look, grief. I guess when it comes to an early lunch, it's serious business. Over the next 15 minutes, Principal Scholar goes over the important events coming up in the school year. Most I would consider standing things, like pep rallies for the sports teams, or bake sales to fundraise to upcoming field trips, and even something about new clubs being formed, such as the Japanese Animation Application Society. Not the best acronym, if I have to say. If I had to say. Otherwise, it's all mostly boring housekeeping stuff when one got right down to it. I almost wonder which with such announcement warrant an assembly when at the booth suddenly shift with Scalar's next big announcement. Now that's we got the main stuff out of the way, I've saved the best announcement for last. State Harmard is proud to announce the 5 statements for the usual fresh starts of art contests. Cheers and approval roars loud enough to make my ears ring. Oh my god, that oof. I remember those. They do hit my eardrums. Ugh. You'd I be lying if I had said it also wasn't exciting for the reveal to just who had made it to the submissions. Maybe I was giving myself a bit too much credit, but I really wanted to be among those sensationalists. Okay. I can almost taste victory. In fact, I turned to face Olivia and prepare to cheer alongside her, but I'm stopped in my tracks when I notice that unlike the rest of her peers, Olivia seems to be uneasy about the broadcast, almost scared even. Before I can ask Olivia why her sudden change of mood, Scholar continues with her next words, cutting my train off. And here we have the 5 submissions. The pieces of the 5 schoolful students who had been beaten all the other competitors came up, followed by the names of the victors right above them. Essence. I see no photography submissions in sight. That at least I gave it a shot, right? Ah, oh man, I didn't make it in. This listening dropped down like a melatonin noodle. I can't help but to feel pity for the bummed out embarrassed Brontosaurus. Checking my phone, checking my phone. I see. Tell Liz to come back here, bro. Oh, oh, bonk. I'm sure Damien's got that handled. Yep, boyfriend and girlfriend talking. Let them talk about it. I'm sure Damien's got that handled. Yep, I read that. Despite my fluid mood, I look back to semi-final winners, and I can't help but be amazed by them. Each artwork is impressive in their own right. Their colors and blending wonderfully, and the figures beautifully designs. It's easy to see why these were voted as the winners. The last one especially captures my eye, and the sense landscape with a setting sun looks stunning. If not for the slight scintillations of the skyline, the fantastical colors plated, it could probably pass off as a real photograph with some filter pasted over it. I'm no artistic yet, but if I were, I'd be labeled it as a masterpiece and easily the best out of them all. Let's give our winners a big round of applause. The auditorium fills with usual kind of clapping one would expect in an event like this. Split with an undying tone of disinterest, though one person felt compelled to considerably make a reasonably high whistle. We will be displaying the winners art pieces in the room 237. You're welcome to view them during lunch after school today. Oh, neato. Principal Scholar continues the rest of the assembly, announcing other events for the school and other minor reminders. Behind me, I see the teachers start raising themselves up for the including task of getting some 200 hungry teenagers out of the room and towards lunch without anyone getting killed. Pistol Scar finished and waved back to them to signal it's time. Alright, we're gonna start enjoying to lunch. You all know how it goes, so no just going for the exit. Being the first row, we're the first to get up. I follow behind Olivia until we make it into the hall. Hey, Olivia. She stops and turns a bit. Jeez. Is she still anxious about the sighting earlier? She looks a little pale. I want to check out on the winning paintings for a bit more. Want to come along? She considers. She, she considers for a moment. No, go on without me. I need to use the restroom. Alright, I'll see you at lunch table then. Olivia nods and starts off down the hall, throwing the flow of the students towards the lunchroom. Let's see. The principal said it was room 237. Thoughts? The first thing I know as I walk into a classroom with is the amount of people checking out the gallery. Well, I didn't expect to be filled to be brim with eager students. There's a decided amount of people here. About a baker dozen or so. Maybe more will come when they finish up their lunches. Well, I'm here now. Let's take a look at the lucky winners. The pizzas are all set on easels in the back of the classroom. Some desks and chairs are moved. Some desks and chairs are moved closer to the front to give chance one their own space. One by one, I take a moment to give each canvas a review. The auditorium screens really didn't give it their justice, because now I can't really take in the details of it one by each one being up close. The color palettes, the brushworks, the essence. Yeah, I can definitely see all of them having a good shot at getting the first prize. But now, it's time to see the one I've been eagerly to get look since at the first showing. From what I can recall from Mr. Yadikin's lessons, it's made with acrylics, explaining why the color of it seems more vibrant. It stands out in it defines to be other paintings in the contest, most of which were either violent, absurdistics, and meaningless, or muted still lives, or muted still lives of auditory objects. It's a medley of mystifying colors, the aggressive lines, drawings, the viewer deeper into the piece, and I feel as though this would be a place I'd wake up to winning a fantastical dream. There's no red or stutters or forest metaphors here, just a fantastical measure of creative expression and real world beauty. I feel like my fingers is itching for the familiar weight of my DSR. This is a piece that I want to imprint in my portfolio. It hands down for the winner for the contest in my eyes. I simply must find out who made this. Look like this breathtaking show of artistic talent was created by simply fantastic winners. Ah, need to agree. Oh, uh-oh. Ah, oh. That is it. That is a problem. Ah, Inko. I'm glad that you swung by. Looks like you're admiring of our contest entries. I told you that this time our artistic programs were unparalleled. That's not mine. What's not yours? I tried to say more, but the words wouldn't leave my mouth. Ben's eyes followed mine to the bottom of the painting in front of me, and I watched as he makes his same recognitions as I do. Inko, you didn't. Did you paint this? I had no idea your style was so developed, so humble. If I had known, that's not my entry. It's not. No, mine was photograph. But your name, but your name doing is on this one. It must have been some kind of mistake. A million scenarios comes to mind. They must have gotten the wrong name somehow. If they did, I think that real artistic would come forward by now. Then the submission website must have been hacked or broken. But our school checks for stuff like that. If it was, we would know by now. Then it comes Inko. Ingo, you sure you didn't submit somebody else's pieces by accident? Of course I didn't. Why would I do something like that? You, you're the only you, you're the only one who came log into the account, Ingo. Ah, it hits him. Suddenly everything stops. My account? Did somebody look? Relax, all right? We can get this sorted out. Just don't panic. Ben lowers his voice. But Inko, just to be clear, what? You didn't just get a bit of extra help, right? Ben looks at me through the edge of his glasses, eye to eye. There's some real stakes in the contest, cheating and taken seriously, especially fraud. The word echoes around inside me. Fraud? It makes my bones chill. Ooh. There's an interior faker, liar. They're all bad in different ways, but Bob is just dripping with fragile condimensions. No, I swear, I submitted my photograph. Ben relaxed his shoulders. All right, all right. I'm just making sure. Sorry to alarm you. It's it's pretending how he can go from deadly serious to dribble like that flew with switch. Mmm, you're gonna be all right. Sorry, I need some air. Hey, feel free. I'll let Scholar know. Okay? Yeah, thanks, Ben. No problem. Take it easy. Ben offers me an earnest smile, waving at me as he steps out of the room and down the hall. Although sometimes I follow him, shambling down the hall as I try to make sense of what just happened east. Mm. I thought everybody actually liked my photography, but they all thought I was some kind of expert painter instead. I even know I don't I don't even know how to express it. I feel empty. I thought maybe my hard work was finally paying off, but I submitted I submitted the right entry. So what happened? Did somebody change it? And if so, how? It's such a good piece too. What even I what even is there to be being green by putting my name onto it? I wander aimlessly through the halls. The thought of missing lunch passes through my mind, but there's a different sort of emptiness preventing my stomach. Why is theirs rating me like this? Is it like this? Man, it's not like I'm the trouble or anything. Ben's helping me sort this out. I'm at a loss of what is to even think right now. Oh, crap. I even mentioned something about several issues before. I couldn't see my submissions, but was it just that? Maybe was it just that? Maybe Olivia was right to be worried. Well, duh. Why else would she be so nervous? My aimless walking leads outside the principal's office in Eagle. There's that one city space painting from the start of the school year. The every first painting I saw here, and still one of the best. Vibrant and physical, more of Grid's soldier of a brand palming into the short and fighting until as if viewed from the eye of a child. The sky above the city is a beautiful shade of gradations with artistic reticent clouds cluster going all along with the length. If the art contest submissions was the best painting I ever seen, then this one comes close. I can only imagine the awkward she must gone for painting this back then. You know, for a while I got to have it that express. I gotta step in the shoes of an artist much better than myself. Maybe that was the intent. All the praise, approval, everything I've been wanting. Just for a while, it was given by an anonymous stranger, whoever that may be. Actually, this gave me a bit of an idea. If I'm clever and if I'm clever and Olivia's up for it, this can be a cool way to get her to show off her painting more. Everyone will everyone would like that. Maybe that's what she needs. I can act as like a personal publisher for her, so she doesn't have to deal with this people. Eh. Hmm. Wait a second. He's getting the. I peeled down the empty hallway. I need to find Olivia. She can she can impossibly. But why me? He's starting to get the picture. He's starting to connect the dots. Why wouldn't she? Thinking about it only increased my worries and suspicions to find who I hope to Raptor Jesus isn't the culprit. I have to check all my places where Olivia could be, but I can't find her anywhere. My hunt for Paradox leads to me in second floor to auditorium. It feels like there's a lead brick in the pit of my stomach as I enter my current institutions. The sort of pattering of the rain hitting the windows, grabbing my attention to see a gloom-covered looking outside. My eyes wander along as a school pathway, covered in mud thanks to the earlier rainfall. Oh, wait a minute. Those look like tracks in the mud. What did you do, Olivia? Oh no. I burst through the main entrance doors and aim met with a feeling droplets hitting on my head. Outside, a dark overcast has rolled in. The forecast called for an on and off rain during the day, but pretty glance clouds make it almost like dusk around. Crap! What what am I wasting time for? I follow the trail with a glance, fearing for the rain will wash it away. Looks like it goes down to the whole pathway. I ignore the I ignore my clothes becoming progressively damp and the water collecting on my shades. Eventually, I rounded the, the curve that leads to the bridge and see a distressing item at the end. Oh, oh no, where did she go? I mean, the art is beautiful, but holy shit. Oh no, a wheelchair. Olivia's wheelchair. Where did she go? Empty and out pants. Top on the side. A new fear grips at, at me, grown from the mental imagery provide the sign. We gotta go find her. Those cool socks push me up to the steps faster than humbling and possibly even as the turtle maid tries to reassure me. Running across the desk, my breath my breath is caught in my throat when I reach the middle. Oh, it's Olivia. Olivia. She's on the ground, head slumped down. There's damaged and so there's damage and soaked school supplies scattered all over the walkway. Oh God, is she okay? My foot shifts, force, trying to force me closer. Slowly, her head lifts up to hear. Slowly, her head lifts up to he, to the sound of my shoes squishing on the floor. Olivia, Inko? Oh dear, Olivia. Her tear-stained eyes stare at me with a dead expression, and her voice sounds weak. Olivia! I feel like I can finally breathe again. Slowly, Olivia pushes herself up, and I notice she's laying atop of a pile of paper shreddedly. The feeling of relief slowly fades away, and I remember I just why I was looking for her. We stay silent, only staring at each other as the rain continues to bear down on us. Ooh. Did I forget? Oh. She simply sits there, letting herself grow more and more soaked from the rain. Do you want to talk? No. Not in the open. I grab my compact umbrella from my backpack and unfurl it. Isn't to do much to dry Olivia off, but at least she's not getting more soaked. The umbrella is placed between us and the elephant against the ledge, forming a personal company above us. Here. Now we're alone. There's space next to Olivia to take a seat. Oh boy, Olivia. It's Odd. We sat together before, but sitting on the ground in the rain, in the room, in the room, it's just getting a little claustrophobic. There's bits of paper melted onto the pavement, soaked by the rain. The torn apart waterlogged. I can sort of make out. A tree. A rough sketch of one anyway. Like one of that stood printed in my fall submissions. So you did it too. So you did it too. So you did do it. Inko, please, I can explain. I didn't have a choice. What? I know what I did was wrong, but I didn't have any other way. It wasn't a choice to not. It wasn't a choice to not trick me. She avoids looking at me, focusing on the scraps of paper scattering above the floor like confetti. It wasn't a trick. It wasn't a trick to you. I just. I get it. You're mad at me. I'm not mad. I'm just confused. Why throw I thought we were good friends. I was expecting you. She paused. She pauses to give her throat some respite. Her usual water bottle isn't anywhere nearby. A shocky breath escaped from her mouth. When you came around, I thought you were no different than the others. That you were some self-centered, pretentious midwit who only cares about his image. That's when I got the idea of using you to swap out your art with mine. You didn't seem like the kind of person who cared about how to get the attention from the others. Just that he gets it. I'm getting text messages. And I hope it doesn't get recorded. Oh boy. I think the sound is getting recorded, but... You didn't seem like the kind of person who cared about us. You didn't seem like the other kind of person who cared about how he gets the attention from the others. Just that he gets it. Her description of my character feels really reduced, but the ache in my chest tells me it hits a little too close from home. But that's not what I think of you now. Oh, Yadkin's the one person I can trust. So when he went to bat for you, saying we make good friends, I was worried. What's so special about this guy? I honestly got scared he'd be wrong. That you'd be just like anyone else, and I'd be setting myself up for a failure. But worse than that, Inko, I was afraid he might be right. and I have had to face what I have done to myself. And now I've gone and done something like this. Switching my contest entry. She nods, swallowing hard. I wasn't thinking. Suddenly everything was out of rent. Everything I have created, all of my work, my own little world was suddenly changing and I hadn't no control of it. Olivia. I I just had to do something. I I didn't know I I didn't know I was doing that. I'm sorry. She stops to progress my wares and continues. I knew I get caught. It's stupid. I was hoping for it. Even even someone to figure out that it wasn't swapped so it wouldn't be changed and everyone would be of the wiser. No one the wiser. She turns to face me with silver eyes welled with tears. Olivia, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I just I just don't want to go back to the being of the person I used to be. The person who didn't care about hurting you. Her head tilts downwards to a to violate which to a breath. Eagerly crawls extend a grip of knees in the pinnacle display and yet Olivia chokes back and any sounds of it makes. Makes her body shudders with every heavy breath from her, and I realize that every last defensive barrier she had was completely gone. Olivia's laid herself bare, leaving only one crying girl despairingly trying to silence her pitiful tears. But, but why do all this? I'm going to hate myself for thinking this, but she still haven't really told me why she did it. I don't want to push the issue too hard, but if not now, when? I just want to know. Why go through all this trouble? What were you trying to accomplish? I immediately regret my words as the patent grins of her face drive home the mistakes she made. Even if I'm in the right to ask, I feel like the villain for processing her, but out of respect for Olivia's feelings, I stand steady because to back down would be to be designed to her like those people in her past had done. I want to see. I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see what people thought of my art without knowing that I was the one who made it. Why would you do that? Isn't it obvious? It's always the same thing. Her voice takes a deeper pitch. Oh wow, you're so talented in spite of on your condition. This time is a higher, singular tone. Amazing. It's like you aren't disabled at all. Ooh. Her voice returns, this time weighed down with contempt. For all their kind of words, for all their kind words. It's always come back to those empty platitudes. It never felt like they cared about me or my interests. It was always just blind praise because I am doomed to never measure up to the same level of expression. The worst of it came when I found out I couldn't even fail on my own. The sound of her tones tearing more paper on the floor echoed her hated words. Even when I intentionally do something wrong, someone's always there to pick up after me or to assure me it's good in certain lights. She rips more off of the pages with every sentence. These are just old sketches from those through the year. Nobody else has to live with paranoia. That every positive word spoken, that an action taken to help you out, it's just help you out. It's just somebody acting out of unconcern or insecurity. It got so bad at one point I was almost being forced to accept these freaking obligations. I just ended up. She drops the remainder of the pages unceremoniously, cutting everyone out. I'm never going to come out on top, and I'm never going to be allowed to fail. Nobody's allowed to feel anything but pity for me when they meet me, and guilt when they even consider not just giving me a free pass. Nobody has anything against, and that's just how things are. The bell rings from the distance, slightly, and of lunch. Within my mind, I can better imagine the sounds of our classmates grumbling as they shuffle to class. Instead, I chose to listen to the rain. How the soft pitter and patter of the droplets land atop my umbrella before slipping gingerly to the ground around us. Internationally, that sounds alongside the dimmer ambience and overall witness has turned the teeny parks I am accustomed to into a nearly alien local. Ugh. I wonder to myself if this is the way Olivia came out here. In a small way of all her work seems to revolve around average places, but alter with unnatural and beautiful overlayings. Creating from familiar and yet dagging the fantastical. I look over to Olivia, who also seems to be lost in thoughts. That does sound pretty tough. You're going to be all right. No, honestly, that's the start of it. But I don't want to. No, you wanted to know, right? I wanted to tell you. I want to tell someone, anyone. Right now, it's just Yadikin. I'm sure he's sick. I'm sure he's sick of it. Sick of it. All right. This crap even affects my family. You see that like you don't think they are. They aren't, though. I can't change that. She sighs. You're right. I should have been a bit more grateful to them, but at the same time, it's like I know all too fucking well I could just hang out up that pains for as long as I need to after graduation. They're just too nice to not. They're just too nice to not. And in the arguments, which my actual father could probably less intensively, I could just ditch from society and leech off of everyone around me. Everyone, and until it's still just pity and guilt. But you'll solve them at the pool party. They love you. I know. I know. I know. I know, and I hate. I know, and I hate it, and I want to love them back, but I just can't. Not now. I already wasted so much. Who am I? Who am I to suddenly turn around my last year? I want to just get out of their hair, not waste their time anymore. Otherwise, I'll be the one hurting them, wasting all their patience and kindness for years like I already have, and I had never been in the wrong. Who the fuck wants a free ride through the life like that? Olivia. And that's all I have waiting for me. Realistically. Damn it. Why am I telling you all this? Olivia clenches her throat. Her voice has gone strained and weak. It hurts to speak at all. But she just been letting it all out. Hell. What am I doing watching? I'm such an idiot. I rampage through the inside of my backpack again until here it is. Pulling out the water bottle, I offered to Olivia. Offered to her. She eyes on it on the ground, definitely intentionally, then goes to drink it. The whole bottle is finished in one go, and she just drops it in the growling pile of trash. Thanks. I give it a silent nod. She looks off into the distance again, picking up her train of thoughts. That's why I had to do it. I had to know if I really was good at something, for once. Really, generously good. No false praise, no specific relations where I'm verbally flattered to somebody else can feel better for it. I had to know my art was real. That I could be something. For real. That I have a real way out. Yadigan assures me all the time. It's good enough. Fuck. Why didn't I listen to him? He probably knows everything by now. Anyways, he usually does. Honestly, thinking all this at once is changing to guess. To say the least, you you said you expected to get caught. You said you expected to get caught. Yeah, I said I wanted to be. I wasn't even sure other people would see it. If you caught it fast enough and switched it back, thinking of it, switched it was a bug, then you started getting all the pieces out of nowhere. Yeah, I did. Seems a bit sad to respect. Ugh. They're on my back. It's already been an hour. Yeah. Around then, it's really settled in just how badly I am messed up. I tried to get you to notice it by showing me the submissions yourself. Then you just go to the office to get a chance. Nobody would get hurt, and end of the story. But of course, you still had your own save. You're always just so prepared for anything. She gestures to the crushed water bottle. The weeks goes by. You get more praise. I get more nervous. Then today, and Olivia's hands finally fell into her lap, limp and spent. Here we are. Jeez, Olivia. It's my turn to say something. I guess. I just don't know how to progress all this. It's not like friendship. Friendship comes with instructions. My own thoughts are mumbled, pushing me to find some way to confront the girl before me. And yet to confront her would be to demean her like people have done in the past. It's so frustrating and confusing, and frustration and pity mix hypertension in my stomach. It's necessitating. Pity for the girl before me. That has wronged me, but not out the real malice. Frustration at myself because Olivia was right. Having unspoiled and eager side of me, I wasn't aware of it. Let her fail. My thought lands on what Olivia said earlier in the conversation. You're going to tell Principal Scalar? Leia flinches a bit. The principal? Why? About what you did. You said you expect to get caught. We can tell them officially. Anything but that. Leia shifts uncomfortably in her spot. Why not? If they found out, it's all over. Isn't that a bit extreme? Honestly, I'll be the end. I'll be the end for you too. It's my turn to flinch. Olivia's getting woken up. Woken. It's getting worked up again. New fear starts spiking through her eyes. I hope I picked the right. Hope I'm picking the right paths because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't need to ask. I don't need to ask. Olivia answers anyways. You didn't talk about it until now. You didn't talk about it till now. After it's nearly graduating to win. Was it stakes? It looks like you were complex. Or worse, like it was your idea. You'd be a fraud. There's that word again. Fraud. No, no. That word. All over my record. In senior year? When I'm about to have to find a career? Fraud. Fraud. But even so, isn't it the right thing to do? I can handle it. Don't worry about me. Please, Inko, no. There's more. Oh, Olivia. Oh. I told you, I'm not the ability to even enter. I already won before. I got the novelty of money. The winning piece, a feature on that cover of Fabrication Monthly, and even gets the article. That's more than scholarship. That's a foot in the door. They can't do anything about it. They can't do anything about the money. Is long gone. But if everyone knows what I did, and I get to those magazines. She clutches the sleeves of her hoodie and stares at me dead in the eye. I need to graduate. I fucking hate it, but I need it. Oh, Olivia. That's my only way out. My only way out, actually, to go somewhere. You're putting it all on your eggs into that one basket. There's no other basket. I just can't risk it. I know, I just carried on about why does somebody let me fail? But this, it's serious. They can't know. Please, Inko. I can't lose anything over this mistake. I just can't. I can't. Fraud. God, not that. But isn't it? Olivia grabs the side of my jacket and yanks herself close. Oh, Olivia. Oh, good grief. The motion tips the umbrella over. It slides a few feet away in the breeze. It makes her almost lose her balance and fall over onto me. Her breathing is erratic. Inko, listen to me. Please, I can't lose this. I can't lose this. I can't be doomed to be nothing. This is all I have. You can't go to someone about this. I'm begging you. She's tugging me towards the ground closer to her. My jacket's starting to tear. I can feel her anxiety by how her hands are constantly with fear as they grip tightly at my coat. It's my fault, okay? Not yours. You don't need to make it your own problem. Please. Okay. Nobody else has to know. It'll have to be our own secret. Our own little secret. Olivia exhales and lets go. All at once she slumps down. I had to hold out my arms to stop myself from falling too. Olivia ends up slumbering over my lap, sideways. Whew. Hey, you okay? No, I'm not really not. The Gator girl tries to push herself up from my lap. Her attempt only ended up with her twisting on my legs and turning her face and chest upwards. She must be really exhausted, as she even her attempted how blow her wet hair from her face unsuccessful. God damn it! This is what it all comes to. Wait. God damn it! Is this what it all comes to? I got away with it, too. Fuck. I'm just like Ben. You have the energy to get up. Not yet, Olivia. What's wrong with Ben? How are you like him? She exhales hard. Ben. It's all his fault. It's all his fault. All of it. If not for him, I wouldn't be this thing. Some worthless heap, unable to do anything with nothing and nobody. None of this would happen. This sounds like something I shouldn't be praying into. You didn't need to tell me. Yeah, I don't. But I did this to you. I should be honest. Can you get off my legs first? I'm starting to lose feelings. You too? Fine. Can you help me up, at least? I take Olivia's shoulders and help her back into the sitting position by me. She just leans over back against my shoulder. Sorry, been a long day. I guess it's fine for now. Ugh. Where do I even start? That Ben. I don't even remember how we became friends, but we definitely hang out a lot in my last year of middle school. He didn't care that I was in the chair. He didn't treat me any different. He was cool. He was cool. What's the issue then? Aaliyah pops my chin with her skull. Let me finish. he was cool. But in freshman year, back then, Ben was only in the student council and secretary. He he stepped up his game. I was looking I was looking forward to that early art show, yearly art show. Worked all summer for that picture perfect piece. Dreamscape. Domain was heavily in her tone as she said its name. Yeah, it won. It wasn't supposed to. Once again her eyes were teary, through with rage this time. My mouth clenched shut as she glared at me. Her eyes closed, and her tone was once again sorrowful. Ben started advancing himself as my friend, like it was some part of his own personality. This sight that escaped her cheerily years of her repressed anger. Even his friends started doing it too. Like being around me was an act of charity that made them better. He eventually told me straight up. I give him that. Her voice shifts again, but this time instead of her voice limping someone, it was an eerie fancy to bend. I'm unusually, undeservedly down on my luck. Not even a week later, people started walking up to give praise to my submissions. It was the first time in a while I got a compliment of my work. My thoughts of my submission was going to win. It was exciting. Until Damien showed me an article in the school newsletter written by a certain student council secretary. Oh, next. Half of it was basic crap about the art submissions. The other half of it was about me. Ben had written the longest. Ben has written the longest submission about the talented poor girl in the wheelchair, and partly worships me for my termination. Surprise, surprise, it wins in a long landslide. Even when my piece won, all I could remember was that feeling, just of being of a victory of a charity. My whole summer, all that effort, just overshadowed, and for what? A safety net that I didn't earn? He really thought I was going to thank him. That's the worst part, honestly. I said I would after using me as a stepping stone to climb up the social ladder. I couldn't take it anymore. I told him to get out of my life, and just gave me this look. I will never forget it. Generously confusion, like I was an alien for being upset. But what he said? This is your only chance to succeeding out there. I wanted to just give it all up. But by then, the money, the exposure, his fucking safety net, I just took it. He was right. He was right, and I hated it. I really, really, really fucking hate it. So, So that's what's between. So that's what's between Ben and Olivia. I, f- I figured it was something. I figured it was something, but jeez. Out of that, I just couldn't. I shut everybody out. I shut everything out. Everyone out. Everyone was fake. Everyone didn't want to know me. Just what I exist as. Even my own family. Hell, it's all of his fault. All of it. Olivia. Well? Well, what? That's it. That's the truth. I just wanted to graduate and get out and get away from here, from him. He ruined my life. Because of him, I'm not Olivia. I'm Olivia, the poor, sad cripple. Olivia. That title is forever fixed to my name. No, it's not. Come on, that's not true. You're right. It's not. You're Olivia. No, it is. That's also not it. I'm not Olivia. I'm God's funniest joke. No, you're not. I nudged the umbrella back over to us. It goes back into the spot propped up between us, recreating the camphor shielding us from the element. Olivia looks to me to gauge a reaction. That was a sort of speech given by someone that had years to think of it and hold it in. And it was the one she'd been waiting to give anyone willing to listen. If she could just trust him. All of her pent up against edge against the guy that ruined her life. Released at the moment that she just couldn't take it anymore. It can't get much worse than this for her. Oh, but she trusts me. But she trusted me. What she needs to hear right now is this is such an obvious choice. This is such an obvious choice. You can still take your for God's sakes, good grief. I take my sunglasses off and lean forward, placing a hand on her shoulder. She takes a moment to register the new sight of look right at me, accepting whatever I'm about to say. You're not a joke, Olivia. I appreciate you're trying and all, but it doesn't matter. The damage has been done. All that shit it was is what I made me into a list. I wanna say you're a nigga, Olivia. Plus, I don't think that's what the word means. You still enjoy some things. Got a better word? Well, there you go. That's besides the point. Ben did something horrible. But he didn't take your energy agents. Are you saying I ruined my own life? Is that it? Annoyance bubbled up within me as she argued back. She wanted to get caught in the act. Yet Olivia looks at me as if I just spat in her face. Just what the hell are you getting at, Inko? What am I getting at? In fact, that you can't keep using Ben's shitty choice as a crunch. Her breath catches. You need to take responsibility of your own life. Who are you and what you have wanted to be? My words catches Olivia's off guard, and they kept coming unbidden now. You say that you're innocent, and yet you draw these amazing pieces that reflect these realistically fancy words. And you say that no one wants to know you for you, but for knows, but know you, but know you, but know you, but you know you have the pains. Yadikin, Liz, me. Can you really blame any of that on Ben? Even on the art contest? Ben didn't yank some evil strings of fate and make you swap out submissions. You made yourself do it. I know it's hard, but I have trouble with it too. But please, for all of us, take responsibility of your feelings, Olivia. Oh shit! Damn it, mouth. My tide has left over Olivia staring at me, mouth hung open, against what I have said. I hiss in relation and try to backtrack. Ooh, backtrack. Wait, there was a glitch there. I had a... there was something there. Something I'm sorry, but god damn it. Fuck you. Stopping completely. Olivia head raises from my shoulders and she glares at me. Her eyes are heartbroken. They're angry. They're looking for something to lash out at. But they're thrusting. Fuck you for being right. I know all of that, damn it. And you're the second to say it. Second? Who was the first? Was it Yadikin? Her eyes water and her head returns to her shoulders. Damn it all, Inko. I stun as she prepares further against me. Even using my arm to tuck her legs closer. You and Yadigan had. Fine. You're right. But how do I start? I had no idea what I should do. Her voice sounds so weak. But there's a conversation hidden within it. Honestly, she couldn't just mold me up for what I said. It's what she wants. I can do this. Well, what do you think is wrong right now? Ugh. You'll have to be more specific. Alright. What about Damien and his family? She hums in thought. And then there's Liz, too. All of them would probably like to hear that, to hear your thoughts. Yeah? But what would I say, though? Whatever you're feeling. Hell, just being more open in general would be something. I can feel her frowning, but also nods against my shoulder. Fine. What else? Miss Yadikin. She scoffs. He probably already knows. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, he reads me like a book. But he'd probably like to hear you say that. He would. He wants to hear from her. Yeah, he would. And me too. You got your turn. You could have told me just now. But I'd like to hear more about you. You're my friend. Alright. Starting now. I can feel her rumbling ground before she sighs. I'm sorry, Inko. For all this shit I have put you through since you got here. Being really a shitty friend. For you having to put up with me. I chose to be your friend, Olivia. So don't apologize for that. Olivia looks up at me through what corner of my eye. Ben can't take your agency, and you can't take mine. I'm choosing this. Huh? You're silly. Her words were strained, and not from lack of water. The regret in her voice was raw, along with the honesty. Thanks. And I forgive you. And once again, silence. I fumble with my sunglasses, debating whether I should bother with them, given the rain. Might as well, I guess. They are prescriptions after all. We just lay back, listening to the patter of the rain against our little tent. Just her and I, Stitchel from the world that done so much to crush her. Man, she's really leaning against me. I crane my neck so I can turn and look at her. She looks so at peace now, even with a smeared massacre and wet hair. I'm starting to lose feeling in my arms though, and watching her like this is snark. Would she sleep? Was that a snore? She passed out. Was that a snore? I guess she would be pretty tired. It's been a long day for both of us. Even if it's only the fourth period. Did I do alright? Things turn out pretty okay, but anxious. The best I can do is be there for her. In this case, it's letting her have my shoulder for a bit. Pressed up against me. My eyes slide closed, and I try to lose myself in the pitter-patter of the rainfall. Oh my god. Olivia jerks herself up and starts coughing in her fist. Fuck. How long? About 5 minutes, probably. Jeez, sorry. You know, I remember when you got onto me for just sitting near you back at the party. Shut up. Looks like you are improving a bit. Olivia bonks the umbrella, making it splash a bit onto me. Hey! Anyway, Olivia stretches her arms. Things goes quiet again. Olivia finally breaks the silence. I know you said you forgive me and all, but I still feel like shit for putting you in through all this. Now everyone's going to expect you to be skilled at painting. They'll call you a fraud. Oh, yeah. I was trying not to think about it. Damn it. It's all my fault. Olivia raised her arms over her knees, and I'm surprised she managed to bury her long snoot within them. It hits me. What if you taught me for real? Got an itch. For real. Olivia raised her head from her arms. Taught you? Beating. For real. It's like you say. I have an expectation to fulfill. Would you teach me how to paint like you do? I don't know. Tell you what, I'll forgive you if you teach me. You already just said that. Olivia looks down in competitions. Alright. I'll teach you how to paint. But you should know, I'm a lousy teacher. You've seen my work in class. I'm a lousy student. I got a feeling it will work out. Hey, don't make it weird. Yes, Professor Hopward. Stop making it weird. I chuckle as I am playfully shoved by her. After that, everything was said and done. Things became quiet. Beneath the shoulder of the umbrella, we relax together. At least until Olivia begins shuffling uncomfortably. I sit and watch as she takes her clever cloth and shift to her side with one hand. Her tail comes around and progresses into the paper-filled floor before her, keeping her upright as she starts to learn forward. Finally, with strength of her tail and one arm, Olivia lifts her hips from the floor and swing her shins fully beneath her. She smiles as she knees over me. You just gonna sit there? Crap, I guess I was glowing stupidly. But just in so fantasy, seeing the girl measurable herself in these odd, wet, yet well practiced ways, I'm kind of jealous. Actually, I wish I had a tail to do some of the things that she could. I press my hand down on the floor and push myself up. I don't know why. I have thought to stand, but instead I shift myself to a kneeling position too. We're face to face now. Aww. They're hugging. For a split of a second, I feared for the worst as Olivia threw me into a hug. I don't know what she would do, but I like this. For how strong her arms are, how they're wrapped around my chest feels like especially tender. My own arms have eventually enveloped her, returning the embrace of a familiar soft way. and as her arms loosen, I draw back. Though, I don't want to take my hands off her. That was nice. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, chat. Ugh. Sorry about that. Huh? Though, the sounds of rain falling hinders my heading under my umbrella. My ear suddenly picks up the noise of what sounds like squeaking. Squeaking. Oh. I look down to see that there's something shuffling in Olivia's pocket. A little beast emerges from the... A little beast had emerged from his hiding spot with squeaking yawn, to which Olivia offers her hand for use for a platform. Hey, little guy, I nearly forgot about you. Had a nice nap? That's a rat. Oh, right. Wait, is that... Oh, right. You two haven't met each other. Inko, this is Guts. Guts, meet Inko. Hey Guts. Hi Guts. Wait, is this the rat she was drawing all the time? The rat. She's drawn Guts. I awkwardly wave at the approaches looking rodent. Aw, that's cute. Olivia lifts Guts to her shoulders gracefully, like her hand is an elevator for him. You brought him to school? Well, yeah. I really needed him today since, you know, all that crap that's happened. She gave Guts a few scratches under his chin. I bring him sometimes when things get rough, and nobody noticed. You haven't. Touche. Yadigan did once. He just told me to not let him run around the school, otherwise it would considered a health hazard or something. Yeah, because he's a rat. The tardy bell rings out of the distance. We're late for our next class. I'm sure Yadikin will understand. We should probably get back to class. Here, hold this. I give Olivia the umbrella so the rat can stay dry while I can go fetch the wheelchair. Oh. Gator Hug, you did the hug. Wait, what? I got achievement for that one. I don't know why I forgot what it is, but okay. By now the settle some into the shell some into the mud. This wheelchair has definitely seen better days. After dusting off the dirt and pulling water off best as I can, I make my way back. Thanks. She offers a umbrella back, but I make sure to hold it above her. I keep the wheelchair steady with one hand as Olivia climbs into the seat, using her tail to help herself up. Aww. We stand in the rain in silence for a moment, but only sharing glazes. So, what do we do about the whole contest now? That's a good question. Ben was there when I saw my name on the painting. He already went to tell someone. So, like you said, no harm, no foul. What about your own submission? I ruined it. I scratched the back of my head. It wouldn't have won anyway. It's just a picture. Oh. That was pretty okay. Hearing those words from Olivia sends a strange flash of heat. I'm like, oh. It's not unpleasant. But again, those honest words from her really do cut through me for some reason. Thanks. A loud squeak draws my eyes to Guts as he stands atop Olivia's shoulder. Uh, you too? A wide smile stretches across Olivia's face. I think he means Guts is saying exactly so. Smart ass. Hey, cut him some slack, Guts. Inko didn't have any time to make anything for the contest. You got some high standards. Yep, it's why I've gotten so good. The sheer absolute of it. I didn't know which of us broke first, but our laughter fills the air, here only by us as the rainfall cuts off the remaining noises. So, now what? I don't know. I don't want to go yet. Still pretty worn out. Worn out? A smile across my face as I switch idea comes to mind. Oh, oh boy. Well, too bad. What? I walk around behind Olivia, grinning like a mad idiot. Oh, he's Inko. What are you doing? Inko? Inko? Her head tries to follow me as I stand right behind her chair. He's taking control. I figure that pushing your chair around is really tearing, so how about I help you out? Olivia blushes and looks away. Fine, just for today. Returning to the campus was certainly awkward. Pressively shoots us looks. It's not like my it's not it's not like most common sense to see a girl in a wheelchair and just roll on in, sopping wet and dragging mud in. More likely though, it was because said girl had taken to use the umbrella to hide herself from those looks. She was already extremely red in her face. It was a conundrum. Drop the umbrella and let people see her, or keep it up and draw more attention. I shall name the Nito room. She'll probably kill me if I attempt to publish it. Yeah, she would. She'll kick your ass. But making our own way back to Olivia's current class, she simply shook her still shook her still consensus head. I didn't really have much to have a choice. From all that I knew of the girl, her last classes were all on the upper levels, and she was the position of the elevator key, and I was the position of the weakest knees here in State, at least according to Coach Sully. So I wheeled her to my current recovery class. On my way over, she kept bending her head back to peek at me, like if she's making sure I'm still there. Knocking on this closed door, the professor didn't even bat an eye at the poor hidden girl. He simply stepped aside and let us through. Ben was looking our way, but I chose to pay no mind. After everything I heard, Olivia didn't even register he was here. She simply rolled herself to the back of the classroom and through the door into the what's I've always guessed what Yadikin's supply closet. You know what? I'm an idiot. It's a dark room, isn't it? Isn't it? The stairs of my other classmate bided thankfully as our teacher continues at his lecture. Taking my own seat, I focus on Yadikin. As much as I could, at least, my mudful view kept me distracted the whole period. Just before the bell rings, Yadikin stares at me dead in the eye. He points and stern finger directly at me, then to the signal, "You, stay." Oh boy. Once when anyone else has left, he closed the class door, and locks it. Uh-oh. So, care to explain? Explain, sir? He opens the door in the back. He opens the door in the back and signals Olivia to come out. The mud, the drenched clothes, the digital of sanitary. I was having a bad day. She's looking a bit better, still drained, but she's not shivering. Her rat sits on her lap, and Yadikin extends a finger down to scratch under his chin. I can see that. He takes a seat against a nearby desk and wave a hand for Olivia to go on. When she doesn't, he shifts his hand to me. I look between the two of them. Mr. Yadikin expenses leer, and Olivia peeling eyes. Unfortunately, I shake my head in the negative. I just help Olivia out of the rain. Of course. He scores further up top the desk. I can tell you some other time. Sure. Where it was, it looks like you're recovered pretty well. Olivia doesn't answer vibrantly, instead giving him a bashful smile and nodded. Was it about your work again? Yeah. Oh, this girl. He turns to me and points a thumb at her. You know, the work she's so concerned about absolutely wrecks the grading curves in my class. For the sake of the other students, I had to put the limits on extra credit assignments. Really? Yeah. Never would I even consider such a restraint. Why push someone for working too hard? I would think to myself. Then 4 years ago, this little green goblin comes rolling into my class. Half a semester, and more than I few angry calls from parents, letters, and hands were tied. Young lady simply does too dang much. Olivia smiles, but doesn't look up of her pet. It was that much better than all the other students? No. Well, Well, no. I don't. I don't grade. I don't grade my tinkle, tinkle, my tinkly. If I didn't you be in big trouble, Inko. Ooh. Olivia, Olivia's fork was very good even then. But the main thing I admire is how motivated she can be. I haven't seen someone so hen-hushed to just paint in years. Certainly haven't seen anyone so hen-hushed. Haven't I had to change the rules like that. You were you were worried I stop it. You worried it will stop me. I was. That definitely sounds like me. But it didn't stop you. Even a little. Not even a little. Heck, that year you even got me to see some things differently. I don't think I ever did anything like that. You did when you were came. You did when you came in after class the Friday before Mother's Day. Take a look at this. I am handed a quite the quill pen. I'm handed the quill pen, and the first thing I note about is how soft and feather, how soft the feather proportion is. It's a special, it's a special pen you always use. It's actually from my wife. Oh, whoa, whoa. Inspecting it's closer. I can now see more of the certain details. From a faded issue on the shank of the main taint, but more point, it's well made and kept, and yet the feather and brass show its age. She came in that afternoon with the whole stack of crumpled paintings and drafts, so frustrated she couldn't get the right to get it right, and so determined to make it special, to make it perfect. Perfect. I say, anything, anything of these would be great. Your aunt would love, your aunt will love any of these. And she fires back. If it's, if it's not good enough for me, why would it be good enough for someone I love? I did not have an answer. So I tell her to take a step back. We take we we take a few hours to go over fundamentals once more. I send her home to try getting it right over the weekend. And comes Monday, Monday returns and hugs me first thing. That Friday night though, what she said was on my mind. I talked about it. I talked about it all night with my wife. Then that morning, I decided to make a change for myself. My wife was molting at the time, so there was always a new feather or three in our blankets each morning. I took the biggest one, prevented it right, got a bit of help from to make it into a real pen, and I used it ever since. It helps me to remember to do my job right for the people I care about and for the people my students care about. I think what it was, it's really childlike reasoning that comes so naturally for youth. That reasoning, it makes a type of innocent on earnest decisions, something I did, I, I think I lost for a while. Don't give me so much credit. You haven't lost it. You haven't lost it, haven't you? Have you? Good. Don't lose it from me, okay? Okay. Yadigan yawns and stretches. Yeah, it's a really long one. It's a long speech. You feeling alright to go to your next class? Yes, I'm ready. Great. Oh, he claps his hand over my back. We should do this again sometimes. Mr. Yadikin ushers us out of his classroom as the light bell thrills, handing us a note he barely scribbled on. Miss Prockley didn't seem enthused to see us come in late, but sighed as she read the late note from Miss Yadikin. As I took my usual, as I took my usual spot, I felt something odd in the corner of my eye. Looking up, it was Olivia's looking at me. Looking up, it, it was to see Olivia's looking my way, with that smile on her face. One that spoke so many words, yet I couldn't figure it out what. All I could do in return was try to match it, before focusing on Miss Broccoli's lecture. As more time passes, the art contest fades into the backgrounds. Last week I had a scare with Principal Scholar called me into the office. I fear that they figured it out with Olivia did and assumed I was part of it, just as she predicted it. Luckily, that wasn't the case. Instead, she wanted to inform me that they had no leads as to who could have done the swap, and since it was tempered, I'd be removed from the contest. No skin off my back, honestly. As the compensations, she gave me one of the runner-up prizes, a coupon from some pizza from some Italian restaurant called Dynamo's. Dynamo's? Mo? I don't mind have Dynamo's. I'm actually getting hungry right now. I should wrap this up. Not the biggest pizza fan. We're gonna have to talk about that. But how dare you? But not the bad price to get after all of this. It's not a bad price, man. It's a good deal. Saving for a rainy day. However, I found myself in a conundrum of my own doing. My peers' concerns about my entry were resolved, but I haven't accounted for the new questions about my portfolio, my paint portfolio. The few times I showed off my photograph work, they be immediately impressed by the best. They were never upfront about it either. No, instead I got a run around. Oh, yeah. These are nice. You go. Not bad. But what about what you did for the contest? I can't even be mad about it, since it was just another misunderstanding, understanding a lie from my side of the things. But then I had But I had a thought. What if it wasn't a lie? What if I wasn't actually good at painting? After working on it for the past month. Yeah, no, I can't unscrew this. We are gonna call it right there. I'm getting a little sore, I'm getting a little hot, and I'm starting getting hungry. And I've been doing this for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Oh shit, I need a. Yep. Yeah, this is a good time to stop right here. But this was really good, man. The story is just so much. Lots for words at this point. But this is really good. I'm actually enjoying the story. But now the contest is no more, and we found who was the culprit. And Olivia is carrying her rat to school when she needs it to. And we still need to talk about the whole pizza thing. But anyways, that is all for today. If y'all like this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. And drink me hearties. Yo ho, savvy.